So welcome. Today we'll be looking at the histological organization of the pancreas. The pancreas is a compound gland in that it has both endocrine and exocrine portions. So as you can see, it is an encapsulated gland in that there is a capsule which sends in some trabeculi to lobulate the gland. Maybe a closer view will help you see the capsule. So this is the capsule here, so you can see it. So then let's look. The capsule, remember the function of the capsule is to, as it sends in the trabeculi or the septa into the gland to lobulate it, it usually brings in the blood vessels, the nerves, and the lymphatics. So let's see if you can see a blood vessel in the yes, like this is a blood vessel. You can note its close relation with the capsule. So the capsule, as it sends in the trabeculi, the blood vessel, a blood vessel is there. That is a blood vessel. Also this is also a blood vessel. Also it sends in nerves. Let me show you a nerve. So this is a part of the septa. So this is this is the nerve. This is a nerve, a ganglion cell. This can see the nucleus, how it is large, an open face nucleus. That is what it is called, an open face nucleus, a very prominent nucleus. So if we look at the exocrine, it has both exocrine and endocrine portion. So let's look at the exocrine first portion. So the exocrine portion is here, as you can see it. This is mainly, it is serous acini, and the cell types here are the acinar cells. You can see the acinar cells there. You can also see some cells which are centrally located to the acinar cell. They are known as the central acinar cells. The acinar and the central acinar cells. So these are the acini. Yes, more examples. These are the acini. Then you can see these at the center. Those are the central acinar cells. This is the blood vessel here. Maybe this is the septum of the septa of the, in which the capsule sends in to lobulate the gland. So we also have the, remember when classifying exocrine, we look at the parenchyma and the stroma. The stroma are the capsule, the connective tissue framework. The parenchyma is the functional component, which is composed of the secretory portion and the ductal portion. So the ductal portion, we have two broad categories of the ducts: intralobular ducts and interlobular stroke extralobular ducts. In the intralobular ducts, they are found within the lobus. They are of two types: straight, and the straight ducts and the intercalated ducts. Remember, intercalated ducts, several intercalated ducts drain into a straight duct. Straight ducts drain into the interlobular ducts. So let me see if I can see yes, like this here, next to the central acinar cells. That is an intercalated duct, that one. So then you have seen a central acinar cell. This is a central acinar cell. Sorry for that. An intercalated duct. Let's see if we can see a longitudinal view. That is a cross-sectional view. A longitudinal view. Maybe this, you can see it is aligned. This one is a duct there. It is lined by a simple cuboidal epithelium. Then we have, let me show you the epithelium of the nice, like this one. This is a duct, an intralobular duct. You can see the epithelium here is simple cuboidal epithelium. So let's continue. Remember, I've said the exocrine gland, the pancreas is a compound gland in that it has both endocrine and exocrine portion. This is the exocrine portion. The ductful portion, it has ducts. So maybe you can look at one interlobular duct before. Yes, this one, and see how large it is. So you can see here it is, the epithelium must be stratified because you can see two nuclear layers, meaning two cells are on top of each other. So maybe this is stratified cuboidal. In some places you can find stratified columnar. So remember, the function of this secretory portion is to produce the pancreatic juices, which are eventually drained into the duodenum for digestive functions. So let's look at the endocrine portion. The endocrine portion refers to the islets of Langerhans. The islets of Langerhans, they make up they are not as many as they do not make up a very large percentage of the pancreas. So, and in the pancreas, they are located mainly in the tail of the pancreas. So this is a islet of Langerhans. This one. Remember, it has various cell types. We have the alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, epsilon cells, and the PP cells. Each of those cells produces a specific hormone. Say the alpha cells produce glucagon. Insulin is produced by the beta cells. The PP cells produce pancreatic peptide. The delta cells produce somatostatin, and the epsilon produce a hormone known as ghrelin. You should know the function of each and every of those hormones, such as insulin. We know we produce insulin when our glucose levels are very high. When our glucose levels are very high, you produce insulin to cut down the levels. Glucagon is produced when the blood sugar levels are very low, so as to increase blood glucose. Epsilon cells have said they produce ghrelin, a hormone known as ghrelin, which stimulates hunger. Delta cells produce somatostatin, which usually inhibit the other pancreatic cells. The PP cells produce pancreatic peptide. Sorry, it is pancreatic polypeptide, which stimulates the gastric chief cells and also inhibits bile secretion. So using this stain, you cannot be able to differentiate. But when you use another stain known as the Gomorrhea stain, the alpha cells appear pink and the beta cells, they appear blue. So let's have another look of another islet of Langerhans. And I want you to notice something. See, it is highly vascularized. There are very numerous capillaries within. So this is also an islet of Langerhans. So I hope you have understood, and thank you.